Hello everyone and welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV. Yes, it's time to talk about music and entertainment right here in Nigeria. And this one is going to be about the BillBoard, talking about the BillBoard Hot 100 and the Nigerian artists that are on that particular chart, as well as the BillBoard World Album Chart. Alright, but before I go into what I have for you on the news, I'm going to start by saying thank you so much for all the great and amazing stuff you do for us on the channel. Commenting on our videos, liking our videos, as well as telling people about all the amazing stuff we do right here on Gusto TV. Trust me, we see everything and we do not want you to stop there. We want you to keep on sharing the gospel of Gusto TV. You're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Alright, let's start off with the news. Starting up with WIZKID on the BillBoard Hot 100. Last week, WIZKID was on the BillBoard Hot 100. 2 weeks ago, WIZKID was on the BillBoard Hot 100. 3 weeks ago, WIZKID was on the BillBoard Hot 100. In fact, 35 weeks ago, WIZKID was on the BillBoard Hot 100. So for 35 weeks, we had WIZKID's Essence featuring Tems and Justin Bieber on the BillBoard Hot 100. But something has happened this week. We're all expecting that we're going to be having the CKay, WIZKID, and Fireboy on the BillBoard Hot 100, but we got the shock of our lives because WIZKID's Essence has dropped away from the BillBoard Hot 100. It's no longer on that particular chart. I mean, it's quite heartbreaking. Haven't been on the chart for 35 weeks. We're actually expecting it to last longer on the chart, but then we never could tell. Maybe next week it will be back on the chart, but WIZKID's Essence is currently out of the BillBoard Hot 100. So it says here, WIZKID's Essence featuring Justin Bieber and Tems has gone recurrent and it has departed the BillBoard Hot 100 chart for this week. It has departed the chart for this week. The song debuted at number 82 on the chart about 35 weeks ago, and it's peaked at number 9, breaking into the top 10 songs on the BillBoard Hot 100. I mean, peaking at number 9, that was really massive. And also, it became the first ever Nigerian song in history to debut and reach the top 10 on the BillBoard Hot 100, spending 35 weeks on the chart. Started up on the chart was at number 82, and then we saw this song actually go straight to number 9. Trust me, that's actually really massive, becoming the first ever Nigerian song to actually be in the top 10 of the BillBoard Hot 100. But unfortunately, right now, WIZKID's Tems and Justin Bieber's Essence is no longer on the BillBoard Hot 100. But do not worry, because we still have 2 Nigerian artists on the BillBoard Hot 100. Talking about CKay and Fireboy DML. We have CKay's song Love Wanted. It has been on the chart for some time now, about 25 weeks, and right now it's still back on the chart for the BillBoard Hot 100. There's also Fireboy Peru, who was on the chart last week and is still on the chart this week. Let's see the details of this guy's song. So we have this particular one that says Nigerian songs on the BillBoard Hot 100 chart for this week. There's Love Wanting, which was at, which has dropped so many places, has dropped 9 places from where it was last week, and it is currently at number 41. It should also be noted that all songs on the BillBoard Hot 100, all Nigerian songs on the BillBoard Hot 100 actually dropped this week. I mean, we had Essence leaving the chart, and now there's Love Wanting dropping 9 spots from where it was last week, and also Peru dropping some points from where it was last week. So it says here, Love Wanting currently at number 41. It has spent 26 weeks on the chart, and the highest position it has been on the BillBoard Hot 100 is at number 26. Then there is also, still let's talk more about Love Wanting. Moving on to the next slide, after this one, we have CKay's Love Wanting has now spent half a year on the BillBoard Hot 100. I mean, that is really massive. That spent half a year on this particular chart. Yeah, let's see if this song would actually go on to spend a year on the chart. And also there's Fireboy DML, which Fireboy DML's Peru currently at number 63. Last week it was at number 57, and last week was also the 67 weeks. And WIZKID is still on this particular chart up until this week. Let's see the details of WIZKID on the BillBoard World Album Chart. So it says here the Nigerian albums on the BillBoard World Album Chart for this particular week. We have WIZKID's Made in Lagos, which is currently back at number 1. It's back at number 1 after being at number 2 last week. It's back at number 1 for this particular week and has spent 71 weeks on the chart. 71 weeks. That's a whole lot of weeks, trust me. And whoever is going to be breaking this record is going to have to try so much. I mean, 71 weeks. The one before this one was 66 weeks, and WIZKID broke that one. So 71 weeks is another record. The highest position he has been on this chart is at number 1, and this week he's still currently at number 1. Haven't spent about 7 weeks at number 1 for the BillBoard World Album Chart. Still on the BillBoard World Album Chart, we have CKay again who is on the chart with CKay, the first EP. I mean, this guy has been on the chart for 25 weeks now. 25 good weeks, trust me, that's a whole lot of numbers. Last week we had CKay at number 6. He has dropped some points now to number 7 on the BillBoard World Album chart. The highest position he has been on this chart is at number 3. That's his peak position, but trust me, CKay still gonna last on this particular chart. I mean, being on number 7 right now, spent 25 weeks. We never could tell, maybe he's gonna last like WIZKID and get up to 71 weeks on the BillBoard World Album chart. So as I said, WIZKID Made in Lagos currently at number 1. Last week was at number 2. The peak position is number 1. Then CKay last week was at number 6, and it is currently at number 7. The highest position for this particular EP, CKay the first EP, is at number 3. So guys, this is the roundup as regards Nigerian artists on the BillBoard. WIZKID is no longer on the BillBoard Hot 100, but we still have CKay and Fireboy DML on the BillBoard World Album chart. We have WIZKID with his Made in Lagos album, and there's CKay with CKay the first EP. WIZKID Made in Lagos album is currently at number 1, and CKay the first EP is currently at number 7, having spent 25 weeks on the chart, and WIZKID has spent about 71 weeks on the BillBoard World Album chart, elongating his streak as the longest charting African artist on that particular chart. Yeah, it's with these guys. I'll be saying bye-bye on the news. Subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, tell your friends, family, and everyone around you about what we do on the channel. The comment section is also yours. Tell us what you think about the news. My name is Andy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.